that day who came out on top. This rivalry dates 127 years. There is no love lost between them, and so many fans from both sides have packed into FMG tonight. They call it the Boneyard, where dreams get crushed. But whose dreams will they be? We will find out in around about 80 minutes' time. That's what's on the line tonight. Hawke's Bay went so close last year against Tasman, and they won it in 2011. And here's the Hawke's Bay side that will run out on FMG this evening.
Hawke's Bay, they come into this matchup, of course, holding the Ranfurly Shield, keeping it at home for the summer, but at stake an opportunity to go to that premiership. Edmonds and Dixon Marshall up front have done a great job. Allardyce and Abbott, the workhorses in the middle row, of course. Important Eaton and West to control the game for them with a bit of breeze floating around. Robbie Fruin, he'll look to make his impact. And Matt Berquist, he comes in for Richard Buckman.
No Richard Buckman in the Hawke's Bay side tonight. Matty Berquist, a veteran of Hawke's Bay rugby. And so much for him to do this evening. Jeff Wilson in commentary with us tonight as we look inside the sheds. And this Manawatu team has been relaxed during the week. Their coach, Jason O'Halloran, today said he's feeling nervous because he can't be out there to do anything about the outcome of this game. Hubert Bidens, Rob Foreman in his 100th, and Mafu Fia are the front row. Look for that loose forward trio. It has been impressive all season long. Kane Hemmington, he's enjoyed his time in Manawatu, up from Wellington. And Oteri Black has been rewarded for good form with a Hurricanes contract next year. Northcott and Emery in the midfield. And look for Nehi Milner-Skudder at fullback. There is the crowd, there is the breeze, and here is Ian Jones.
Yep, thanks very much, Scotty. I'll quickly set the scene, though, because the atmosphere down here is electric. It has that unique finals feel, footy feel about it. FMG Stadium is going off with the bucket heads. A slight southerly breeze. It blows across the ground here at the stadium. It should not impact on the play. Hawke's Bay won the toss, and they have elected to play right to left as we see it.
There is the Hawke's Bay side, led out by their captain, Brendan O'Connor, so effective as a number 7. And with the injury to Gareth Evans, suffered in the Shield game against Wellington, O'Connor has had to move back to number 8. Trent Boswell-Wakefield and Tony Lambourne, two very able flankers, and Brendan Edmonds has had a season to remember, rewarded with a job with the Māori All Blacks. Look at Mark Abbott as he runs out. He has been a beast this season, Jeff Wilson.
Oh, he's been impressive. They've been impressive, all of them. These players, they've taken their opportunities. They've managed to get themselves here. Remembering the last time they two met here, it was one-way traffic to Manawatu. But the distraction of the Ranfurly Shield is gone. They've only one thing on their mind now. They want a trip to the premiership. Standing next to Ryan Tongia, who has been in great form in his first season of ITM Cup rugby. He leads the try-scoring stakes. Waisake Naholo and James Lowe, who will be in action in the ITM Cup Premiership Final tomorrow, 2nd and 3rd in terms of tries scored this season. But this is a very able, very capable Hawke's Bay side who have had to ride the emotional roller coaster of holding the Ranfurly Shield. Robbie Fruin is back to his best. He has played all but 10 minutes of the season for Hawke's Bay this year. Here come the Turbos. And listen to the crowd as Robbie Foreman runs out in his 100th game in green and white. He has the kids in tow. I'm assuming they're all his. He has been a great servant of this province, and they're on their feet in the grandstand. He's had his hashtag going on Twitter all week, Bobby100 they're calling it. And he is providing plenty of inspiration for a team that is not lacking for it here tonight. So Robbie goes to chuck the kids back. And here's Hamish Northcott, Jeff Wilson. He's only 2 years out of Fielding High School, that wonderful rugby school. And he's here tonight in the final. Taken every opportunity. Has been so impressive. Has had the whole Manawatu team. Jason O'Halloran has done a wonderful job preparing them to be at this stage and to take this opportunity. The team stand and we prepare for the national anthem of New Zealand.
Ladies and gentlemen, would you please be standing for the national anthem of New Zealand, sung by Sean Grant.
Kia halls of love we meet. Hear our voices we entreat. God defend our free land. God Pacific's triple star, from the shafts of strife and war, make her praises hear afar. God defend New Zealand.
The Bucketheads loved it. Not often you see an anthem's man with a wonderful scenes at FMG Stadium. The Hawke's Bay fans are here, everyone in great voice. And Garrett Williamson made his debut as a referee in 2007, Tasman against Bay of Plenty. And tonight he brings his career to a close in the championship final. We wish him all the very best. Servant. Here's Robbie Foreman. Mark Abbott. Big names on a big occasion. Ash Dixon and Hubert Bidens. What a moment for the Canadian. Born in Saskatchewan, has represented his country. He's up against a fellow Canadian prop tonight in Jason Marshall. They've come all the way to New Zealand to play ITM Cup rugby, and they face off against a fellow Canuck. Isn't that ironic? Don't you think? Oh, Teddy Black gets us underway in the championship final, and Abbott gets a taste of his own medicine to start the game. Eaton picks up. Dixon always keen on a charge early in the match, and he does well. Now the exit is on for Ehire West. Gets plenty on it. Hawke's Bay playing with the breeze to start this game. Milner Scudder opts for the kick across field, and it's a good wipers, and Bergquist goes into touch, ball in hand.
Perfect start for Manawatu. There is a bit of breeze up there. Hawke's Bay elected to give the ball away. Milner Scudder, he'll know this well. He'll know this ground perfectly. Put the pressure on Bergquist. He made the error. Now first opportunity for Manawatu, hot on attack. Perfect start into the breeze.
Fraser Stone calling the line out. Here's Rob Foreman's first dart of the night. Goes down the back, and they have an attacking opportunity. Run from Tundru. Solid start from Manawatu as they work their way inside the 22. A little dart from Hamilton. Saw an opportunity, but he's lost the ball. We'll have the first scrum of the match.
Yeah, the right option from Hamilton. I think it was the number 8. O'Connor had rushed out of the line for Hawke's Bay. A bit of space opened up, and he went to accelerate through it.
A hand problem there, I think. Scotty Kipper-Mewett, the lone player, really good coming on when he has to. So Mike Fitzgerald, the big Chiefs lock forward, unavailable for the last 2 games. But the pattern of play, Jeff, you mentioned Hawke's Bay have got the breeze. It really is coming across the field, but the ball was subtly in it. So
my view was the ball went over.
Will favour them in this first half of football.
They are allowed to willy away if they're.
Well, Kamo, you'd imagine Manawatu, they'll be running really high. Emotions will be high for them. Hawke's Bay early on, they just have to counter those, get control of the game early, because with a little bit of an advantage of a breeze, you want to use that first 20 minutes, half an hour to gain some control.
Jeff, there's an atmosphere here at this ground, FMG Stadium. The Oval, a lot of people would remember it as, Scotty, you called it the Boneyard, but finals footy has a unique atmosphere all of its own. And yes, as a home side, you want to use that. As a visiting side, you want to dent it.
Well, there's such great rugby people in this part of the world. I remember being here for Romania, Georgia in Rugby World Cup 2011, and they filled the stand. The place was packed, and half the town barracking for Georgia, the other half Romania. They get in behind teams here. Brendan O'Connor off the back of the scrum. And Kipper-Mewett tries to pull Chris Eaton in, but he's not having a bar of that. And Ehire West fires one downfield. Good position. Nehi Milner-Skudder now just jogs his way to the line and throws one high. Ready for this is Ihaya. And he calls for the fair catch and is awarded it. A quick tap and go. And the wee man from Havelock finds his opposite, Ortere Black. And this one bounces into the end goal. And Black will force for the 22. So some jabs. Just a bit of a dance around as both teams settle into the game, Jeff.
And that's certainly what you want to do. You want to eliminate your mistakes early on. You don't want to present easy opportunities. The strength of that wind gets Hawke's Bay at the right end of the park.
Restart is deep. Hawke's Bay get a free possession. Trent Boswell Wakefield out to Ihaya West, coming forward into the line. There's Matty Bergquist. And makes a better fist of his second touch than he did of his first. Here's Fruin. And they know how dangerous he can be. Ash Dixon, full of energy to start the match, the Hawke's Bay hooker. West, ball down the back for Schumark as Bergquist gets another touch. Boswell Wakefield now finds Ihaya West, and he pops the ball up for Brendan Edmonds. His carry rate over the last 4 weeks has been outstanding. Lambourne to O'Connor. Chris Eaton now found Marshall. Good meters from Marshall. Left the ball behind, and Croswell had all rights.
Knock on by your man over here.
But Hawke's Bay have knocked the ball on. We take this opportunity to welcome our viewers across New Zealand, Australia, throughout the UK and Europe, and of course all fans in Canada who will have close eyes on Jason Marshall. The James Bay Athletic Club was his former club.
Until the ball goes in.
And Hubert Bidens,
But I just want it steady and
a
use
degree in sociology from Saskatchewan University.
Well, Scotty Bidens in the Manawatu front row got the jump last time on Hawke's Bay. Dominant on the hit, more aggressive on the engage. And it's going to be a great contest. Hawke's Bay's ball, of course. So they'll be trying to get up on Biden's side, the loose head side.
We saw the impact early. Robbie Fruin with ball in hand. So difficult to bring down. Significant weight advantage in the midfield. See if Hawke's Bay, they choose to use it.
Scrum has been a weapon for the Magpies this season, and it's a good one to start. Here's West, who takes it to the line. Eaton now calling runners in. Mark Abbott always hungry for a charge. Northcott had to come in and help. They're just looking to shorten that defensive line for Manawatu. They don't miss many tackles. And they were training hard on getting around the corner in defensive work this week. And the steal is made at contact time. Manawatu. Touched and flied from Nehi Milner-Skudder. And still live for Hawke's Bay. Tonga finds Chase. And Rob Foreman got all of him. And he got the rest of the pack as well. Somehow they've recycled this ball, Hawke's Bay. Eaton is there. Now they've got numbers on the right. And Eaton throws an air ball over the touchline.
What a tackle.
Michael.
Blindside flanker, Hayden Bidwell Curtis.
Thank you.
The threat was on. There was space to burn. Just held it a little bit long, did Eaton. Missed an opportunity to counter-attack. He did well to get that back. He got hit hard from the blind side. Squirts out the back here. Boom, just as he hits it. Those numbers on the outside too.
Line-out was good for Manawatu. Foreman now. Hemmington. Callum Gibbons, the captain, was there, took a good charge, and now there's a mistake. Garrett Williamson says knock on.
Yeah, I'll talk to him. Just put hands down. Doesn't give you the right to react. We always get the retaliator, eh? Yeah.
Nick Croswell looks on. Will this be his last game for Manawatu? Not wanted in Super Rugby for 2015, was with the Chiefs this season. He has been a fine servant to this province over the years. His brother, of course, in the final for Taranaki.
Bind.
And Chris Eaton will feed this scrum.
Sit.
Manawatu get a second shove on, so O'Connor picks up at the back. Eaton had gone wide, looking to bring Tongia into the game. Eaton taken down just outside the 22. Again, they pile in over the top, and they've won the turnover once more. Nick Croswell, though, goes into touch, so they'll get a possession, Hawke's Bay, and they carry on with the job. Numbers out to the left-hand side. Here's Fruin. And Northcott goes low, makes the tackle. And they will win the penalty.
You're holding the tackle, you must release.
Not releasing the ball when he's gone to ground, Robbie Fruin there. It's important for both of these sides. You play the football that's got you to the final. Quite easy when you get into the big stage, you go into your shell. Both of these teams, they like to use the ball. They like to play with confidence. You saw there, once again, Hawke's Bay after your set piece. Very, very effective. Found plenty of space on the right-hand side. This is Robbie Fruin. We know his damaging best. Nice work. Northcote there goes to deck. Yes, entitled has to release the ball. Elected to kick Manawatu early on in this game. Be interested to see whether or not they decide to hold on to position.
Fraser Stone calls and then runs away. Bedwell Curtis at the front of the line out, takes it down. They win the penalty, Manawatu. Jason Marshall, the man penalised for coming around the wrong way.
Jeff, really positive signs from the Manawatu forward pack. The numbers are getting at the breakdown. We've seen 3 occasions now, the turnovers from the counter ruck. Superior numbers, of course, that's a risk too. If Hawke's Bay do win the ball, we've seen on one occasion Hawke's Bay scooting down the right side.
But I will look.
Electing to go for a shortened line out here, Manawatu.
Stay inside here.
Foreman with the throw. And this time they go deep. Kepper Mewett brings it down, one-handed, offloads to Hamilton. Good ball up to Oteri Black. And a good run inside the 22. Again, penalty advantage now applying for the Turbos. A big change of direction. And Milner Scudder runs into Marshall and runs straight through, gets back to his feet. Positive work for Manawatu now early in the game. With 10 minutes gone, they come back for the penalty. This is very kickable.
Offside at the line out.
You always want to strike first in playoff games. Superb work at line-out time. Hawke's Bay backs were guilty of coming up before the line, or the ball had gone off the line of the line-out itself. So, discipline letting Hawke's Bay down early in this game. This will calm the nerves of everybody, particularly the Manawatu side. They look dangerous, and we saw it then from Milner Scudder. Don't hold on to him. He's extremely strong. He'll continue and create.
For Teddy Black, there are his points for the season. 85% off the tee this year. And the first points of the final go Manawatu's way, courtesy of Oteri Black. As the bench looks on, Chris Eves can see the humour.
Jeff makes special mention there of the line-out taker, Kepper Mewett. It wasn't the best shot of Rob Foreman's 100-match career for Manawatu, but the big lock reaching very strong in the core across the line-out, got the ball delivered in one hand and back.
High restart, and there's a big tackle made on Bedwell Curtis. Coming through was Boswell Wakefield. It's a battle of the hyphens.
Stop, Green.
O'Connor in good position for Bergquist. Looking very aerodynamic these days is Matthew Bergquist. And some confusion at the back. Finally, Oteri Black got the nut, and then Nehi Milner Scudder with a good clean out. Foreman pops it up. Good run from Mewett, showing his athleticism early in the game. Hamilton gets harassed. You cannot do that. Brendan Edmonds.
Off the field, the breakdown. I think some leadership is needed from Hawke's Bay at the moment. They're desperate to get into the game. They're desperate to get their hands on the ball. But at the moment, it's resulting in penalties. Whether it be at the breakdown, not releasing, going over the top. It's a nice kick to touch that. Gives them good field position once again. Nice break, this good carry. Hewitt, we see here, diving off his feet, claiming the ball. Judged to be offside. Another opportunity presented itself to Manawatu.
I must apologise to Colin Burke. Has reminded me to tell everyone how many viewers there are in Japan for this match, and Henrik Swart has also been in touch to say, what about the viewers in South Africa? So it's a global audience as the Turbos, through Callum Gibbons, make their way up towards the 22. We welcome you all, and no doubt there's someone in Kiribati watching as well. We welcome him. The kick through this time. Tudru is charging on, and Bergquist under pressure. Makes his way 10 metres out, and they clear as far as O'Connor. That's a good carry from the captain. West. And a good clearance from Ehire West. It was scrambling, but it was effective.
Outstanding work at the back there from Matty Bergquist. It's always difficult when teams switch play. Takes it to the line nicely. Finds Grasson behind. Bergquist does very, very well to cover back across. And then they work the short side, clear the pressure. Manawatu line out though, operating very, very accurately. Delivery, perfect.
Hewitt again goes up. It's a missed throw, but it's cleaned up by Mafufia. That's the 10-metre line as Hamilton gets hit hard. And Hawke's Bay win the penalty.
Holding.
What a shot that was from Brendan Edmonds.
No problem. Hands were on his back when he went down and then got on the ball.
Superb shot, read it beautifully. The job when you're that first defender around the breakdown is to take care of the halfback. Hamilton popped out. Edmonds read it beautifully, got him to deck quickly, muscled him to ground, and then straight in over the ball. Impressive play.
Sorry?
Boom, he goes forward, drives him backwards. You watch, he pops straight up to his feet.
Well, Jeff, he's been down that channel once already in this half. Attacking on the 22, he was not going to do it a second time. Tighten up the fence, but closer in, Hawke's Bay.
Line out is good, it's taken down by Abbott.
It's once.
Chris Eaton. Away to Ehire West again. He takes it to the line. Ehire West still going, still alive. What a try! Ehire West magic gets the first one for Hawke's Bay. Hashtag amazing.
We talked about it pre-game, about the effect Ehire West can have on this game, about when he decides to run and when he decides to accelerate. You can't allow him to attack the line. You gave him too much time and space. You watch the thread here, inside and out, the little dummy, the change of pace, and then this is just pure athleticism and speed. They can't counter him. Superb try.
Teddy Black just stood on him, didn't he? Jeff got flat-footed. And when a player at that speed and that pace, that much balance of Ehire West, when you're flat-footed like the old garden picket fence, you're going to get run around, and that's exactly what he did. The Hawke's Bay fans, and they have come in their droves, busloads, of course, through the gorge, have come here to FMG, and they are in fine voice.
We spoke about this man in the build-up to the game. Would he be the spark to get Hawke's Bay going tonight? Sparks don't come much more brighter than that. That try deserves endless retweets. I'm favouriting it right now.
Should never forget the platform that is laid up front. The scrum started it, kept it nice and square. Everyone played their part, opened up the holes, and he finished it.
Ehire West to convert his own try, and he bends it beautifully. 7 points to 3. Hawke's Bay in front. With a stutter step. Chase taken down, and O'Connor was right there on his shoulder. Eaton. Ehire West finds Matty Bergquist. And they've found some energy now, Hawke's Bay. Tongia squeezes one out the back for Chris Eaton, but it's been ripped away by Emery. A third turnover of the game for Manawatu at breakdown time. Nehi Milner-Scudder tries to step his way out of trouble. Back for Samisi Masarewa. Tongia on the return. Finds Chase, who ran a beautiful line, but a support ball landed in the hands of Hayden Bedwell-Curtis. Tundru tries to bump off Chase, who hung on. And the ball is up, and they're penalised. Manawatu, Hawke's Bay. They are a risk and reward team at breakdown time.
Well, the filling out process in this game is well and truly gone. It started to open up. I expected this to happen. The nervousness surrounding a playoff game. But then all of a sudden, the speed and athleticism of both teams, the skill level, they want to play some footy, they'll throw it around. There's plenty of attacking ability. Tundru here, just physical as well. Great work in and over the ball there. You have to be accurate at the breakdown, something Manawatu had been very, very good at up until now, but the momentum has swung. Hawke's Bay have got themselves into the game, and Ehire West will look to extend the lead.
Yeah, talk about the win that he's going to be facing kicking this. It's more Sal West now, as predicted, turning around. So it's coming right hand upright, maybe 5 metres outside that. That's how much it's going to swing in, coming from the south to southwest.
West got a big curve on it, but no good. So the score remains 7 points to 3. Oh, sense of football already.
It's always a difficult kick, that one, because you're sending it so far out to the right. You're always worried whether or not it's going to come back enough. Struck it beautifully. So Matt Bergquist in the warm-up, he struggled with that kick as well. As they go quickly, Manawatu, it's the way they play the game.
Crosswell with a quick restart from the 22. Hamilton now back toward Teddy Black. They try to stretch this Hawke's Bay defensive line. Edmonds was there to put down Jason Emery. And they pile through, led by Michael Allardyce. Emery again, trying to get away from Chris Eaton, who's all over him. Bidens cannot get past Mark Abbott. Hamilton backs away. Northcote. A hard break from him, and the ball pops up for Hamilton. Now some space for Samisi Masarewa infield. And somehow they hold on. No, they cannot. Brendan O'Connor now under scrum advantage. Masarewa did everything but catch that ball. Allardyce. Abbott is the first man there, and they get the counter ruck on. Come back for the scrum.
That's what Manawatu can do to you. They can attack from depth. Northcote started it, punched through. Watch this, dummy and go, step, acceleration. He knows what he's doing as he's going to ground. He's looking for support. That's a wonderful offload. It's the halfback. Hamilton was in support. This is great work from Chase, though, to get back. Just if this bit managed to go to hand and stay there, anything could have happened. Masarewa getting involved. That's the way they've played all year. That's the way they've got to play if they want to win this thing. You don't sit back against good teams, and Hawke's Bay are a good side.
Jeff, that was a pretty special pass there from Kane Hamilton, threading the needle through two Hawke's Bay players, trying to get the width that they wanted. There's a message coming out from the Minnow 2 Turbos bench, just to push up quicker on defence. They're a bit worried, very animated. Everyone on the sideline, the message is coming from the coaching box down to the management, pushing it out there.
It's been a while since the last scrum.
And there's keep pushing is what they're yelling out.
I mentioned before, watched them at training, and they were very careful to get around early, make sure that they were putting pressure on that inside shoulder, supporting their man on the outside. O'Halloran has been very staunch on that this week, because you have to do that against Hawke's Bay.
Well, you've got to put pressure on Ihai West. If you let him run to the line and create and get his options right, he will hurt you. Trouble is, Hawke's Bay have got a lot of threats across the park. Robbie Fruin, as we see him in picture there, he's a big one. They'll use him here probably on the inside channel at Otiri Black.
Stand up. With your bind, you're pulling him down.
But you get the feeling this game is going to open up. I think there's two teams here who want to play some football, and they've got the ability to play some football as well. That's not shirking the hard work. They'll get and do that, but they'll still want to shift the ball, and they've got the skill sets to do it.
Two of the key men, Northcote on your screen there, Robbie Fruin right there. Both will have a say tonight. I mean, we knew this breakdown would be Battle Royale this evening. It's proved to be already. Both teams having success and failure in that department so far.
Sit. Stay.
Scrum disintegrates as O'Connor got it away. Here goes Robbie. Fruin just slowed up into contact and held the ball up beautifully for Eaton, who slips down the sideline and into touch.
Wow, what a line. Great work from Brendan O'Connor. The transfer here, he knows exactly where it's going. Just needs to get in the outside, out the back door. We talked about that inside channel here. Great defence this, though. Back to speed, came forward, didn't let Robbie Fruin dictate the situation. Wow, I would like to have seen the offload to Chase. He was going a million miles an hour.
How casual was Robbie Fruin? Someone, anyone? Ball taken down. Easy pickings this time at line-out time as Hawke's Bay prepared for the drive. Hamilton just bobbled the ball. He was under some pressure. Chase waits, and Samisi Masirowa had him lined up, and Shannon Chase's survival skills came into play as he dropped under the shot. Here's Tongia. Schumacher's there. Frees it up for Ihia West. They've got big numbers now down this side of the field. Dixon away to Lambourne. Tony Lambourne sets up Shannon Chase. And Chase will go in for try number 2. The kid from OT is having a special year.
Wonderful, wonderful try. This goes all the way back to an offload to Jason Schumacher, where they changed direction without a breakdown. And all of a sudden, Ihia West, that man again, what he does so very, very well, he gets the ball in his hands. First instinct was to probably kick. You watch this and he goes, no, we're going to have numbers out here. And then it's purely execution. Takes it to the line as Beckwith. Dixon takes it to the line. Lambourne has gone, great speed. The timing of the pass and the finish from Chase. Milner Scunner was coming across. This guy's got some great feet of his own.
Jeff's Lambourne's decision to go from the sideline, where he receives the ball now infield, the 5 metres, creating some space on the outside for Chase. Magical play, great understanding of creating room, space for the winger. It hasn't Chase's start to this game. The energy level that he's brought out on this left wing been fantastic.
There's a great story about Tony Lambourne in 2012. Sitting there with Craig Philpott, looking out on McLean Park, saying, I want to be a professional rugby player. I want to play for this team. He's a natural 7. He had to play 6 with Brendan O'Connor, the captain, playing 7. But since he's moved into that role, he has made every post a winner. And Ihia West makes no mistake. That is a fantastic team try, set up and finished by Shannon Chase.
And Scotty shows you once more the depth of New Zealand rugby. Tony Lambourne, former North Otago player in the Heartland Championship, getting the grounding down there like many players have in this country, coming up and playing at the highest level.
14-3. Hawke's Bay They are raining on a parade, all right. On a cloudless night in Palmerston North. West again. Gets Bergquist up from fullback. Schumacher with a good clean out. And once again, it's O'Connor. They are making easy meters up the middle of the ruck. Fruin again. Freed the ball up for his good friend, Ryan Tongia.
Thank you.
And Ryan Tongia adjudged to have knocked the ball on.
Yep, call for Mike Fraser there. Through to Garrett Williamson. Felt the ball had gone forward off the hand. A bit of concern here about one of the men of the two players who's down.
Time's off.
Chasing Ryan Tongia there.
Well, we saw him before. He was getting some treatment, Robbie Foreman. This would be a great shame for him.
Yes.
Yep, Rob Foreman, 100th game. We've talked about that. Only missed the one for Manawatu since debuting in 2006. And there we have it. Wonderful moment with his three kids as he ran out here into his beloved FMG Stadium, the Oval.
I don't mean to be heartless, I know it's 100. Never been injured in my life.
He's gone, Scotty. I think you look at his face, the shake of the head. He doesn't want to, but he's gone.
Well, he said it himself. He's never been injured in his life. This is one of the great shames of the season. Rob Foreman, on the occasion of his 100th cap for Manawatu, has had to pull stumps. And he gets a clap and a handshake from the Hawke's Bay men as well. What a wonderful touch from Robbie Fruin and Jason Schumacher to shake the man's hand as he leaves the field.
From both of you.
Grogan will come in to take his place.
Same thing, nice and straight.
Manawatu get their first loose hit of the game without Rob Foreman, and I have nothing but sympathy for Rob. My heart goes out to him.
Bind. Sit. Hold it. That's not what I should never ask it to go.
Manawatu, they need something to spark them here, which is the moment. Hawke's Bay are gaining in confidence. I imagine they'll have something up their sleeve. They've always got something up their sleeve, Jason O'Halloran. The skill set they've got through their back line. They'll try and create something with fast feet, with good skills.
I mean, are we looking at a team, though, with finals experience? This is a Hawke's Bay team who's had the Shield all year. They were in the final last year. They won this game in 2011. There are a few of those boys still left in the side. And Hawke's Bay win the scrum penalty as well, just to rub it in.
Tight bid to your knees, it's fine on the set.
Garrett Williamson picking Mahafu Fia, taking a knee to ground. It's against the laws of the game. Now, what we do know and can be certain of, as Ehai West hasn't found touch, and Manawatu will look to return with interest.
Samesi Masirewa, nephew of Ski Masirewa, who was such a fine sevens player for New Zealand. Bergquist at the back, and he's taken down. First man there is Allardyce, frees it up for Dixon, and Abbott now with yet another carry. 11 per game this season on average, Mark Abbott. What a workhorse. Allardyce has a crack too. Eaton on a short side play. That one goes forward, and it's found by Garrett Williamson.
Just the little things. The option was right, just didn't quite get the execution. You watch this here, just drifts forward.
Slightly dropping to his knees when the pressure came on.
But you can see they are making ground down the short side. They're getting very organised. Their structures are good.
Let's go.
They're reforming into their attacking positions very quickly. Manawatu just getting caught watching the ball a little bit. And if you get caught watching the ball, the one thing you sacrifice, and you talked about it, Carmo, is line speed. If you're watching the ball, get your numbers right, and get off the line first, assess where the ball's going.
Jeff, that replay was a great example of that. Bedwell Curtis, first movement was sideways, not attacking going forward. If they continue doing that, boy, the holes will open up for Hawke's Bay. They'll have a wonderful afternoon.
Bind. Sit.
Turbo Man's got a smile on his face as he watches this scrum. Croswell to Hamilton. The scrum was under pressure. Samisi Masirewa. Now Mafufia. Hamilton now, good ball to work with, but they're flying at him. They just do not want to give Hamilton anything tonight, and Hubert Bidens has to use his frame to get over the 10-metre line. Mewett. Lambourne hangs on to an ankle. Now the captain, Callum Gibbons. And they win the penalty. Once again, it's a breakdown penalty. That's the fourth of the game against Hawke's Bay. Ash Dixon, the man penalised.
You've got to make smart decisions when you're going towards breakdowns. Clear release is what the referee is looking for. Continue to push the boundaries. Ash Dixon, he's been good tonight. You watch him here, his hands never leave. He never releases. You see, they never go off the tackle player. Yes, he's got his hands on the ball, but he hasn't got the right to the ball until he releases. And all that's doing is slowing down possession and not allowing the Manawatu team to shift the ball quickly.
Tell you what, Jeff, this is going to be a great kick here from Otilia Black. I know he's been going well, but 37 metres out with this breeze, this will be pushing his range. No problem.
Fine kick from Otilia Black. Gets the flags waving again at FMG. The crowd had gone silent after 2 tries to the Pies, but they're back. West kick is taken by Nick Croswell. And Hamilton there looking for the exit off the boot of Otilia Black. Brendan O'Connor well positioned, has Bergquist inside him, who has the ball now. And he goes high. And that one is straight up in the air and no one wanted it. And offside play. Awkward.
You're in front of the kicker and you made no effort to retire. You just stayed there and waited for the ball to bounce to you. It doesn't matter. You never made an attempt to retire. No, penalty or scrum.
Penalty or scrum?
Penalty or scrum.
There's little things that hurt you in the game, and that's one of them. The opposition have just kicked 3 points. That's a great nudge. That is a great kick into the corner. That's where it hurt you.
Correct.
You had the opportunity.
I don't ride him. Hey?
So where did he come from there?
No,
he wasn't onside, was he?
It's hard to say.
I think if he was onside, he's actually entitled to be there.
No, he's got to make some attempt to get back, though.
No, wasn't he back and then get forward? He was all over the shot.
Watch the line-out drive, Jeff.
Well, yeah,
we're coming
up. Of course.
What was going on with the kick? So Grogan gets a throw, and Manawatu. The line-out's been good this season, and he throws long. Do they have the ball, and have Hawke's Bay got a numbers around? Gibbons has it in there as they clear Marshall out the back, and they win the penalty as well. Sacking them all as the call.
Collapsing.
34 minutes gone in the game. Do you keep the pressure on? Do you take the points?
Pretty difficult kick from this sideline, I think, with the wind, the way it's angling. They're going to go for the sideline. We saw a line-out drive straight then. Look for a shift line-out drive this time, so ball coming down, shifting towards the back.
The gap has to be all of you.
Does look overthrown. So the target, Jeff, will be the middle again, but I think they'll try and shift it towards the back.
Come in, Black.
Shot got a little bit unlucky there, Hawke's Bay. They're actually in on the ball carrier, but here it is.
Keeper Mewett Comes down with a pill. Mafufia goes around the outside. They are close to the line. Bidens is looking for the ball. Bidens is trying to rip someone's head off. Brendan Edmonds was the man on the receiving end. He's still getting on with the job. Hubert Bidens. That's reckless. Not the first time a Canadian's come up with that.
No.
Two Canadians have come together to discuss maple syrup and mousse as the fight goes on in the background.
Callum and Brendan. Hey, please listen to me. I've got a message for both of you. Pretty important game with pretty serious consequences. I'm telling you now, it's going to be a hell of a lot easier to win this game with 15 on the field. So all that after-dorsal stuff just then doesn't need to happen. That's a maul where your man went down first and then everyone went down on top of him. Turnover, scrum here. Thank you.
Pretty clear message from Garrett Williamson, and Hawke's Bay will have the scrum.
That's the way to deal with it. Yep, they got set. There's no doubt about it. They had all the momentum. Manawatu here. They just went to ground too early. And then all of a sudden, it's a collapse maul.
Wait for the ball, please.
A little bit of extra. A bit of jersey pulling.
What about the angle that Michael Allardyce came in, though? The Hawke's Bay locked forward right from the side, sealing the ball off. This referee cannot see everything out there.
Crouch.
It's not done with yet, though. 5 minutes on their line. Scrum time. Expect the big shove here from Manawatu.
How quickly is this half of football gone? 36 minutes into the final already. Big scrum now for Hawke's Bay, who have had the edge at scrum time this evening.
Well, both teams have had their moments, haven't they? Hawke's Bay have just taken their opportunities.
Straighten you up. We'll get your head and shoulders.
Whether it's a line-out drive, whether it's a line break here or there. It's been end-to-end stuff. Both teams, you'd have to say, actually playing pretty well. Discipline, the only thing possibly letting Hawke's Bay down. At the moment, they're ahead on the scoreboard where it matters.
Crouch. Bind.
Marshall and Bidens on this side of the scrum. One from the BC Bears, the other from the Prairie Wolfpack. That's a name for a footy side. And a big scrum from the Turbos. How about the pop on Marshall? And Bidens gives him an earful.
Standing up under pressure.
That's a big decision to make.
How long have we got, Chris?
2.5 minutes, just over.
Shot.
I like this decision because they're going to have some advantage in the second half. Look at the work here, though. As an 8, the moment the weight went off when Dixon went to hook the ball, look at him. Wow! That's what you call getting popped if you're a tight head prop.
I'll tell you what, how good is the work from Nick Grogan here? They got him in a vice grip.
Oh, my Lord.
And they almost bent him in half.
Kepper Muir also behind.
Oh, I knew you were going to go the locks, Carmo.
So
I knew you were going to find a lock to attribute all of that work to.
No, we've got 1, 7, and of course we've got number 5 working in unison. The trio.
Big kick.
Yeah, he's aiming this left hand upright, just a touch outside. Wind will push it back.
Black, and he's off the post. Ball is still live in the hands of Mark Abbott. Still work to do for the Magpies. Ehire West running onto the ball. That is fantastic. Bergquist. Eaton. And West again. He has come to play, Ehire West. Now here's Shannon Chase. Chase! And the ball tapped down by Ultidi Black. Caught on the 10-metre line, 5 in from touch, and Hamilton is screaming for the ball. They win the penalty again.
Your body weight. Number 2. Not supporting your body weight.
Well, you've got to love the endeavour in Hawke's Bay. You've been under pressure. It hits the post. Now we're going to run it. We're going to go side to side. Second time, though, Shannon Chase. He's thrown a speculator when he's got over the advantage line. And he's turned it over. Maybe the option would have been to relieve that pressure. You're in control of the game. It's another brave kick from Otiri Black. Puts them hot on attack. Watch this, hits the post. They claim it. No, we're off. We're off and gone. Out to the right. Brave play.
Been conference time for the Manawatu forwards, been in the huddle, making sure they get this call right. It's a full line out. So once more, the target may be Kepa Mewett, the big lock forward. He's made his way to the back.
Well, do they go wide? They're in the scrap in the forward pack, but do they free up the back line here? They've got Northcott, they've got Emery. Emery has beaten more defenders than almost any other centre in this competition. They stick to them all. Callum Gibbons has it at the back. Fraser Stone comes in behind. And Allardyce and Abbott are trying to come through. Allardyce now has the player wrapped up. And they go down to ground. Hamilton again. Searching. And they have lost possession twice. Michael Allardyce has been the architect of Manawatu's maul demise, and they blow half.
Yeah.
The players have stayed behind to have a bit of a chat about things. Now they realise that Garrett Williamson's actually blowing the whistle. Half-time in the championship final, and it's Hawke's Bay in front. 14 plays 6. So there it is. Brendan Edmonds and Callum Gibbons side by side having a chat. It has been a torrid first half of footy. The Bucketheads, they need to see something more for their team. Will they in the second half? We'll see you soon. Half-time at the Boneyard here at FMG Stadium in Manawatu, the ITM Cup Championship Final. And Hawke's Bay have a lead here, 14 points to 6. 2 out of 3 for Oteri Black from the tee, 2 from 3 for West, and a try to Ehire West, and 1 to Shannon Chase. And the Ehire West try was something to behold. An amazing individual play. We asked if he'd be the spark, Jeff Wilson. Was he ever?
Absolutely, read this beautifully, took it to the line. Manawatu watched him run. They kept watching, he just kept running. Beautiful piece of execution. Everyone played their part in this. Beautiful speed, beautiful fends, and then hold the ball up, accelerate through. Wonderful try.
We've seen him do it before. He's a big game player, Ehire West, and this one too. West with a wide ball. Have a look at the line here from Tony Lambourne. Ian Jones pointed it out in the call. He headed infield, gave some space to Shannon Chase, and that's all he needed.
And Shannon Chase can't finish. We know that. He was in support. He was slowing down for Tony Lambourne. He's just jogging beside him, just cruising. Boom, he's gone. Reads this beautifully. Milner Scudder coming across, and he scores. Hawke's Bay, a lot of momentum ahead on the scoreboard, and thoroughly deserved the 2 tries. Plenty of endeavour as we get in there in the changing room. Jason O'Halloran, he'll have plenty of positive things to say. They're well and truly in this game, Sumo.
Shannon Chase giving a point in the general direction of Otani, that very small town in central Hawke's Bay where he hails from. He plays for the Havelock North club, Shannon Chase. Scored 24 tries in 30 games for Havelock North. He can finish a try, you're dead right. Here are the stats, Jeff. Take us through them.
Well, look, the territory is really interesting. Manawatu dominating the territory, playing into the breeze in the first half. But pure and simply, if you look down to penalties conceded, Hawke's Bay's discipline let them down, which usually leads to the fact they're playing in the wrong part of the field. Hawke's Bay took their opportunities. Manawatu missed theirs. A couple of line-out drives that didn't go. And there they are. Hawke's Bay, they know what's at stake in the second half. The messages, I'm sure, will be clear.
We know they give away penalties at the breakdown. They've done it all year long. They've done it more than any other team. I think they go into the games thinking we will get away with it, but we will get more turnover ball than be punished for it. They don't get a lot of cards, Hawke's Bay. Will they get one tonight? Will the risk pay off? The Bucketheads are here in numbers this evening. That's what's on the line, and we'll be back with the second half right after this, live on Sky. The teams run out back onto the field here at FMG Stadium. Let's go under the stand, though. Ian Jones standing by with Jeremy Cotter.
Well, Coach, still very much in this contest. How are you guys feeling it?
Oh, not too bad. It's we haven't had a lot of the ball, so we'd like to be able to get a hold of that and play a bit more of what served us well. Give it a bit of air. And,
breakdown's ferocious. Where do you sense some opportunities in the second half?
Well, we've got to get lower at that breakdown because that's killing us at the moment. Opportunities. What served us well all year is our kick return and our link play between forwards and backs. So we just need to make sure that we stay with what's worked.
Good luck with that. Cheers.
Thank you.
So Jeremy Cotter, as the teams prepare for their final 40 minutes of footy for 2014. Or will there be more? We have seen one playoff game with extra time this year. Jason Emery has had very few opportunities. Ash Dixon gets a point working. Manawatu will now have the breeze as Ihaya West gets us underway. And straight through on the ball was O'Connor, came up with a small knock-on. We'll have the first scrum of the game. And a chance for the front rows to get to know each other better.
So often after half-time, one team has taken the messages on board. They've adapted what they need to do, depending on the conditions, the way the game is being played, and they come out in the second half and they start fast.
Head and shoulders up and away.
You'd pick that needs to be Manawatu. They need to come out and they need to get back to what served them so well this season. That interlinking play. Coach talked about keep the ball alive. They've got the skill set to do it on this left-hand side. They've got a 4-on-2.
Set.
As you see the 4 set, will they run or will they kick?
Ball squeezes out the back and Kane Hamilton frees it up, the kick downfield. We might see more of this in the second half as they try to pressure Hawke's Bay inside their own half. Hawke's Bay, in fairness, have not had it all their way territorially. Here goes Ryan Tongia. Tongia trying to get on the outside of Tundru.
Tackle.
O'Connor picks up, heads back, and finds Ash Dixon. Short side play. There was Lambourne. Again, it's Tongia involved, and again, it's Tundru making the tackle. Lambourne leaves it behind. Pretty clever, really, in the end, as Abbott gets another hit. Eaton. Way to Marshall. Marshall finds Hubert Bidens. They won't be too far from each other tonight, all not. Again, they head out to the left through Brendan Edmonds. Makes some good meters, hard meters. Dixon, fucked on the inside, and then he's taken down. Fraser Stone involved in that tackle. Wider this time from Lambourne. Abbott. All the names in operation here for the Magpies, who have started with intent and finished with a penalty.
Yes, you build pressure, but you also get predictable, and they work one side to the next, and then a little bit of fatigue comes in. You don't quite get the leg drive right, you don't get your body position right going into the breakdown. You will turn it over. This Manawatu defence is good, and it held nicely there, but they started well. Ryan Tongia, this is just gas, strength and gas. He can go. A number of super teams have shown some interest. He's been very, very good this season for Hawke's Bay. They missed an opportunity there, but once again, expose the ball. You missed the clean out. You'll turn it over.
Wonderful from Nick Croswell, Carmo.
Yeah, and also, Jeff, the positional player, Matty Burquist for Hawke's Bay there, starting that counter-attack from the kick. Scotty, just quickly, the teams as they remain at the end of the first half, and for all Rob Foreman fans out there, it's a pulled hamstring. Well, it's taken him from the field in his 100th game.
That is unreal, that. Kibamura away to Kane Hamilton. And trying to get something going in this exciting back line. Great ball from Northcott. Here's Nehi Milner-Skudder. Samisi Masarewa gets taken down in a two-man tackle by the two veterans of the side, Bergquist and Schumark. The ball is there. Again, they'll be penalised, Hawke's Bay, as they go deep for Bedwell. Curtis got away from two, and Hamilton now. Nehi Milner-Skudder finds Croswell. Nick Croswell in field, and Hamilton gets the Turbos first of the game.
Jeremy Cotter talked about it. Give the ball some air. 70 metres backfield. They did exactly that.
Playing advantage against your 12 over here. Hands on the
ground. Off the top ball from the line out.
Too many penalties. If that's going to happen
Space
again,
on the outside.
I need you to get that message through.
Well and truly over the advantage line. They streak downfield. And then it's about the option taking. The ball out the back. The hands of Northcote. Milner Scudder times it beautifully.
Oh, no, you're right, quite right.
Masarewa. But they're in dire straits here. It's advantage against them. Give the ball some air. Keep it alive. Bedwell Curtis runs with it and runs with it hard. And from here, they reform on the left-hand side. The timing of the ball from Milner Scudder, well left. And then look, any good halfback, Carmo in support on the inside. Hamilton scores the turbo strike.
Yeah, the cutout pass, Stuart Tongia was brilliant. Conversion was successful. I'll just say, while the conversion is being made, Hawke's Bay in a huddle underneath the sticks. Garrett Williamson went into the huddle, took aside Brendan O'Connor, the skipper, and had a word about the amount of penalties starting to mount up for Hawke's Bay, and the team is on a warning.
Nick Croswell, great vision on the inside. I want to mention two players there. Hamish Northcott, who threw that cutout ball, and Nick Croswell, both alumni of Fielding High School. What a school that has been. All the Whitelocks went through there. Mitch on Nick Croswell, Northcott, Adrian Barone, who's in the game tonight, Aaron Smith, Cody Taylor. A fantastic rugby school, and Fruin is cut down. Fortunate to be in Fielding on Wednesday night for the School Sports Awards. What a fantastic sporting school in general. Co-ed first 15 champions this year. And the ball in play again. Bergquist away to Fruin. And Fruin waiting for the angry pills to take effect, and they're penalised again. Hawke's Bay are getting worked at breakdown time.
Razor Stone. Effective work at the breakdown.
And the difference there, Jeff, that wasn't a cynical penalty, that was a contestable penalty. Therefore, Garrett Williamson, no intention at all to go for the pocket. But any more within the red zone, the danger zone, and he will.
Just great work. Gets him to ground quickly. That was Northcote again. Talked about it, the challenge was going to be on Robbie Fruin. Well, they've handled him reasonably well tonight. And it's not by going high, it's by going low. Take away his legs, get him to ground. Contest possession. Momentum has swifted, though. In Palmerston North, it's with the home side. And they're starting to feel it.
Only Adam Whitelock has made more tackles as a centre than Hamish Northcott this year, and he tackles at 87%. He's good. Hamilton reached in to get the ball and got a face full of Edmonds instead, which would have been uncomfortable. Gibbons and Lambourne come face to face. And here's Kepper Mewett. So many fans watching this game, both Magpies fans and Turbos fans. 1 point in the match.
He won it first.
And a turnover made by Hawke's Bay. Here's Ash Dixon. Another great carry from the hooker. Enjoying some good form this season. Return to Super Rugby imminent for him. And Ryan Tongia, who came here with a rugby league background and a point to prove, and he's proven it. Abbott. West. Out the back for Schumark, and Schumark's ball finds Shannon Chase. Chase! Set out from the line. West again. He's done it once. Eaton looked at Abbott, looked up, ran a semicircle, and sets the ball for Schumark. Abbott again. Northcote comes hurdling the breakdown and will give away a penalty for offside play. O'Connor into the tackle of Tundu. And Emery, great hustle shown from him. They will come back for that penalty, though.
And off your feet over a ruck.
Well, it's a good period of play for Hawke's Bay. Shannon Chase, so deceptively strong, slipping through tackles, and just held off him There he is there. Gosh, he's been good since he's come into ITM Cup this year. They found some space out here. It's good work, good timing, floated nicely. You watch this and then accelerates through, change.
All the water stays on the sideline.
A couple of pretty weak attempted tackles there. And here's coming from the side. He can't do that. He can't do that either.
Well, Jeff, the weather gods are actually playing in Manawatu's hands this afternoon. And we started with the southerly blows across the ground. It's now moving, as they predicted, to the west, which is right to left in Manawatu's favour. But of course, Hawke's Bay playing into the strong breeze. Those floating balls that we saw always coming backwards towards you, aren't they? As the back line can stand a bit deeper, a bit more confidence running on them. And that's the way they want to go. Use the width of the field for the Magpies.
Ihaya West. And he's got another. 3 more for the wee man. And they stretch again, Hawke's Bay. 17 plays 13. Ash Dixon looking calm and collected. Jason Emery looking slightly more anxious. And a scrap going on in back play as Jason Marshall took exception to being taken out. Now Ash Dixon hit hard. Gibbons trying to get over the top. And they push the ball backwards, so Abbott had a chance to get his hands on it. It looks to have gone forward at the breakdown, not picked up. Things are getting feisty.
Ball's on the ground going
feisty
forward.
In there.
Last team going forward was black.
I think one of the many Hawke's Bay players, he wore one in the back off the kickoff. I think that might have been
I didn't see all sorts, 2 guys on the ground.
Mark Abbott.
You couldn't, took them out so you couldn't make that tackle. I just couldn't guess. Yeah, saw 2 guys on the ground, that's all we've got. Time off.
Yeah, I think you finally caught one in the old kidneys there, Jeff. He had his back turned. The advancing Manawatu players. Running a bit of a block line for his locking mate. Wore one for him, so he didn't, Allardyce could catch it cleanly, which he did.
Push straight, please.
Gee, they've been good, though. The engine room of Hawke's Bay, those 2 locks and screen now. They really are the driving force behind this Hawke's Bay forward pack. The work rate of those 2 lifts everyone else up. They're all equal to the task. Allardyce, of course, a local boy from out of Palmy Boys.
Bind.
They have had
sit.
Both of them fantastic seasons. And the scrum goes down. A free kick awarded to Hawke's Bay. Early push from Mafufia. 52 gone, 17 plays 13.
Scrum. Pushing before the ball's in. All your front row's feet are going like this.
It's an interesting one, this battle here we've got on the near side between the 2
hold, ball goes in.
Canucks, Bidens and Marshall. I'd imagine they know each other pretty well.
Stay straight.
But on that free kick, I think it was Marshall, he walked away. Took a little wee walked away, had a wee bit of breath. Not sure he wanted another scrum, to be fair.
Bidens looks like an extra from Trailer Park Boys as we carry on at scrum time. Marshall got his head up this time, and Chris Eden was dropped, and he picked up again. Now the maul forms, but no call from the referee. There is now. A big hello to Hamish Mackay, well known to New Zealand viewers, who presents the sport on the 3 network here. He's a big Turbos fan. He'll be sweating right now watching this, but great takedown from Hamilton, and then good support. Crosswell again involved.
Jeff, often in these situations, Manawatu Masarewa, the left winger, will come. He may be the target initially. A City Black will drift right. Maybe a straight ball to the big winger. think he's hovering a bit deeper for that line, maybe on the outside.
Stand up. We've got 2 front rowers on this side on the angle. Straighten up, please.
It's like a bad marriage, isn't it, this side of the scrum? 2 people just can't even make eye contact at the moment. Things are tense, they need counsel.
Straighten up, try and straighten up.
Here's the Hawke's Bay trio. Management and coaches look on.
They don't look comfortable, do they?
Not at all. Not at all. Someone get him some pineapple lumps. Cheer him up. Croswell comes off the back of the scrum. Now something in this back line. Nahi Milner-Skudder goes straight through the gap. There it is. We were waiting. We were hoping. And Nahi Milner-Skudder delivers.
What you're looking for if you're a backline on attack is a matchup you like. And if you execute a play properly, you'll get a one-on-one, and they've done this. All of that decoy on the inside created space on the outside. He hits it hard. He steps just as he gets the ball. Shannon Chase is wrong-footed. Perfect execution right from here. Every single pass out in front. The timing is right. And then, bam, he hits it with a line. Chase is wrong-footed. The inside cover can't get there. What a wonderful, wonderful try.
Good scrum to start with. Northcott and Masarewa, the inside lines, holding the Hawke's Bay inside defence was key to that, creating some space on the outside. The tired legs and the ageing legs, I have to say, of Jason Schumacher, it's not good enough on that occasion.
For the first time since the early minutes of the first spell, Manawatu have taken the lead. Teddy Black now to extend. Drifting, perfect from Ortedi. 20 points to 17. We have watched him all season long, the man on your screen. We were wondering when his moment would come in this game. And it certainly came. Bedwell Curtis. Hamilton is there. And now Bidens. Marshall makes the tackle.
Carried back.
Teddy Black. Picks out Ihaya West, who gets it on a second grab. Comes forward looking for a gap, Ihaya. Eaton to Abbott. And he's held up off the deck. The maul is called. Manawatu can get amongst this, and they will.
Collect small. After the maul is called.
Just become a little bit predictable. Hawke's Bay continuing to use that wide forward runner. Not a lot of transfers, so you get up there and attack it in ones and twos. Hold him up in the air long enough to give yourself the chance to collapse the maul, and you turn possession over.
But Jeff, Manawatu have not gone away from the first minute of this match for the numbers that they are putting at the breakdown. Loose forward trio working in tandem, and boy, Nick Croswell goes through some work. Fantastic the way when he comes in, targeting the ball rather than the body of the ball carrier. Strong enough, aggressive enough in the tackle around that area, brave enough as well to hold on and create the maul in the turnover.
Sit!
Milner-Skudder takes play just short of the halfway line. Hamilton is there. Mafufia put the horns down and charged into Schumacher. Bidens with a clever little ball. And this one is out on the full. We'll come back. Big mistake.
Could understand the option. There was space to kick to, just the execution. Letting him down there. You know, if I'm Hawke's Bay, I'm looking to get their backs involved more. They've relied heavily on the forwards to carry. A lot we haven't seen a lot of Ehire West running the ball. They've turned it over when the forwards have had the opportunity to carry. Maybe it's time to shift position.
Dixon stays short for Allardyce. Another grab for him in line-out time. O'Connor gave one to West, and Tongia, in a rush to get the pass away, has spilled it forward. We'll have the scrum. Manawatu get the loose head as we tick towards the fourth quarter of the match.
And Scotty, the first tactical change coming up as we look. This wonderful read on defence, Jeff. Jason Emery punches well above his weight. But Jay Teruri, jersey 21, is coming on for a man who's had a fantastic debut season. He dominated club rugby down here to Teddy Black for college old boys. They won the Manawatu club competition. He was the outstanding player, as I said. He leaves the field. Well done, young man, on a great first up season.
He's been immense, or Teddy Black. Came into the season against Wellington at Westpac Stadium, where Manawatu got a rare victory. And he has not looked back. Jay Teruri comes into the field. Experienced first 5'8", 93% with the boot this season.
Crouch. Bind.
116 points for Otiri Black in his debut season. Teruri with an early touch, and they set up Emery, who goes straight through. Up over the halfway, Hamilton is there. Manawatu finding a groove. Here's Hubert Biden. Stone. Ball out the back.
Sorry.
The kick through. Players taken out. Nehi Milner-Skudder was howling for a penalty. The ball is still loose. And Nehi Milner-Skudder looked up at the referee. They're over the line. This could be a try. Hubert Biden's.
Time.
What a scramble on the goal line. No one knew what was going on.
There's a grounding. I'm just not sure what happened just before we got there, so I'm going to check. Time off. Reddy, are you there? We're pretty sure we got a grounding. We just want to know if there was a knock-on by Green before the line, before the grounding.
This looked like a Turbo's knock-on. That's what the call is.
I didn't see one. I didn't see one. It wasn't pretty. But this is a big moment in the game. Croswell's kicked it through. Is he onside? Milner-Skudder for a start. Whether they can look at that.
I just wonder if that is the knock-on. Milner-Skudder never had control of the ball. And the ball is forced.
Can you see it grounded there? Looks as though, oh, yeah, ooh.
Garrett Williams said he's happy with the grounding.
So that's there.
Michael, you did get a grounding.
This is the knock-on.
Yeah, stuff is.
Milner-Skudder looked up. Did he get a touch on that, and has that gone forward?
Or has Eaton dragged it back? We're looking for a grounding here.
Hamilton is the man. He has not got that down. Not on the first touch, anyway.
Ooh,
I think that's the knock-on.
I think that could be. This is a big moment in the game. If they continue to watch, though.
Assistant referee.
That's down there. That's down there.
There's a howl from the crowd who can't see it. Nehi Milner-Skudder's hand goes down. He got a touch. That is a knock-on.
That's outstanding work from the young scrum half, though. Eaton.
Yes, ready? Okay, so the first touch was by a Green player forward, then played by Black. Okay, thank you. No try, no problem.
Confirmation of the Milner-Skudder knock-on.
That was it.
Funny looking back at the replay, Milner-Skudder looked up, thinking that the referee had made a call or was about to.
I'm wondering
it was just a delay.
I'm wondering if he thought he was offside in front of Croswell when he kicked it. So we see that here, it's gone there, and then whether or not he might have thought he was offside, so he slowed down, not being sure whether or not he could continue playing.
Head and shoulders up.
But decision's been made.
Wait,
And Scotty, 2 changes to talk about. One's an injury to the skipper of Hawke's Bay, Brendan O'Connor. He has gone off. Mark Atkins, good experienced campaigner, replacing him, and Bidens has left the field. So divorce court has won. Scotty, great player coming on too. Chris Eves, the New Zealand Maori Hurricane, good mobile, loose prop.
So Ash Dixon, I assume, has taken over the captaincy, Ian.
Correct.
Brendan O'Connor, was that injury forced as the scrum penalty goes against Manawatu? It's against Chris Eves in his first scrum.
Well, of course, Brendan O'Connor was a late inclusion in the semi-final win over Northland last Friday night. Thigh injury, rested a bit during the week. He just wasn't right out there in the heat of battle.
You're loose here, driving on the tight head.
Plenty of time left in this game. 18 minutes. It's whether or not Hawke's Bay have weathered the storm and they can launch their own attack.
Great line out from Mark Abbott. And a wide ball to Shannon Chase. They're looking to get some metres on the outside. Jason Emery came across to make the tackle. Eaton swings it away through Ehire West. Abbott again, and Mafu Fea says, not on my watch. Penalty goes Hawke's Bay's way as Garrett Williamson evens things up a little bit. They've been hammered at breakdown time penalty-wise.
Keeper Hewitt hit him hard. Unfortunately, what he did do was he fell on the wrong side. And then as the Hawke's Bay players went into support, he wasn't able to roll away.
Harder.
Garrett Williamson, just try harder, get out of the way. They get back into Manawatu territory now. I'd imagine, Carmo, for me, they need to get back in this game in the next 10 minutes to get some momentum. You watch the hit here. He plants us out, boom, together. He hits hard, but he falls on top of him. They seal him in there. There's a penalty. They need to strike.
And they've stolen one in line-out time, Manawatu. And then they've dropped the ball.
First knock on by Black, then by Green.
Yeah, Jeff, for Hawke's Bay, I think it's about just stringing the phases together, going multiple phases, building some pressure. Sure, they need better field position to do that, but as I said, the weather gods in favour of the home side at the moment, because very strong breeze right to left. A couple of changes coming up too. Tactical changes they are up front. Scotty.
Time off subs.
Adrian Barone, local boy, Palmerston North boy going on, you see them, and Tom Parsons.
6.
Adrian Barone, another one out of the Fielding High program. Mentioned a number of All Blacks and Super Rugby players out of that school. Got to mention Sarah Goss and Hayley Hutana, members of the New Zealand Women's Sevens team as well. Fine women's rugby program at Fielding High. Under the watch of Robert Jones, who has been instrumental in getting women's rugby up and running in the school. Was the New Zealand Rugby Volunteer of the Year last year at the Steinlager Rugby Awards, which will be coming up again on Sky Sport in December.
Set.
I'm sure some players in this game tonight will be vying for the ITM Cup Player of the Year award. There's Teruri. Fires one down as far as Ryan Tongia. And Matty Bergquist just stops, trying to settle things down with a clearance to touch. We haven't seen many of those today.
We haven't seen a lot of it. Both teams have been prepared to carry it or go to the air. Well, perfect result for Manawatu. They get some territory.
2 metres.
Line-out winners on for Hamilton. He was under pressure. Teruri happy to distribute. Callum Gibbons will set play for Hamilton again. Bedwell Curtis. Team's top tackler this year, Bedwell Curtis, inside the top 5 in the competition. Teruri gets it, but got his ball away to Nehi Milner-Scudder. And Bergquist now close to touch, somehow stays in the field of play.
Carried back. Carried back.
They cannot look for touch on the full. Teruri looks in field, finds Tundru, and the big Fijian look for support, got some. Now they go again. Bedwell Curtis taken down by Tony Lambourne. the ball is out the back. No call from Garrett Williamson. Play on. And finally into touch. Again, confusion around a referee's non-call.
Don't worry about the whistle, just keep playing. Forget about it. You see a couple of Hawke's Bay players who are down, feeling the pinch. They're in back play. That's Shannon Chase. Garrett Williamson, he says no, they're going to play on, so they're down to 13 defending right now.
They win the line out, but it's messy, and Hawke's Bay have effected the turnover. Eaton, right at Dixon. Fraser Stone up to make the tackle. Again, that's good metres from the on-field captain. 3 points in the game. Ehire West wraps around Schumark, and Bergquist bounces out of one. Abbott, Lambourne, Dixon, Chase, who is now back to his feet. 22-metre line. Deep ball for Schumark. Robbie Fruin. Good ball to Bergquist. They have Tongia on the outside. Matt Bergquist. Now he's caught a metre short. They dig and go. Manawatu up to the challenge. And they have a second crack. The Magpies looking to get back in front. Fruin. Robbie Fruin. Held up on the line. They have to get out of there. Grogan can't get out quickly enough. Now it comes for West. Ehire West. Edmonds. He's taken 4 out as West is there again. It's good quick ball. Abbott throws one over the top. Shannon Chase gets a double. How about this kid?
What a pass. What a pass to the space on the outside. 3 or 4 minutes ago, he couldn't get off the ground. Hawke's Bay turn it over. They go to the width, side to side. Then they find an opportunity 5 metres from the line. What a ball. I think it's from Abbott in the end here. Some great options, some hard running, great ball from Fruin. Bergquist keeps going. We think he's going to make it himself. He goes to deck. He's held up just short. And from here, they work it left, they work it left. And it's the big man, Mark Abbott, floats it over the top. Great hands, one-handed. He scores.
But 2 rucks prior to that, Robbie Fruin hit the line really hard. And Manawatu had to get big numbers around to stop the big guy, which is a pretty important thing to do. But because of that, they had no numbers on the outside. Hawke's Bay identified that, shifted really quickly. Never easy in the strong breeze we've been talking about. And the multiple skills of the lock forwards of today's era. Wonderful to witness.
Just great vision from Mark Abbott. Who throws that kind of ball? Shannon Chase gets 2 in the final. And Ehire West from the sideline have some of that.
Massive kick in the context of the game. Takes them out to a 4-point lead. Changes, Carmo.
Yep, 2 for Manawatu, 1 for Hawke's Bay. Tom Hughes is coming off. Kipper Mewett, who's had a wonderful game. And there's a 2-try hero. Shannon Chase is coming off. Mikey Vuhithaukau is going on to the left wing.
Their club mates at Havelock North, Chase and Vuhithaukau. It was Vuhithauka's injury ahead of the Otago Ranfurly Shield Challenge that gave Shannon Chase a job.
Carry back.
West.
Right now.
That is a big bomb from Ehire West, and finally bounces harmlessly into touch. We're set up for a grandstander here. 69:40 on the clock.
Don't anybody sit on the couch. Don't go anywhere, because Manawatu, they are tough. They're prepared. They would have talked about contingency like this. Jason Hallerheller will have them ready to make a play for it.
Ball is taken. Line out is good. And Allardyce has made a nuisance of himself in the maul defence tonight. A penalty advantage from Garrett Williamson as Gibbons took it to the line. Oh, Tanuri gets ruined.
One on the side. No. No, the maul isn't over.
Jade Teruri has stayed down. Robbie Fruin got everything on it.
One on the side.
We've got to take the 3 here.
Well, double concern, Jeff, because they need a kicker. Jade Teruri, of course, will be the kicker because, I'll tell you, Black,
What's up?
this is his replacement. He's on the sideline.
Jason Emery could be the option.
We're playing on. We're playing on. What are you doing? No, it's just a good tackle, mate. What are you doing?
Garrett Williamson has said nothing in it, just a good tackle.
We're playing on. Make a decision, please.
It was definitely a lift, but with the legs over horizontal, you know what?
Play on.
He's driven him backwards. He hasn't tipped him over. He's driven him backwards. Difficult one, but
Referee Garrett Williamson isn't going to wait until he recovers. He wants the game to be played on.
Well, they didn't turn the clock off, so whether Garrett Williamson stopped his own watch or not, but that just chewed up 1.5 minutes of the game, leaving 8.5 remaining. Teruri is back to his feet.
Jamie Booth running on there. So replacement scrum half. Scotty from Manawatu.
Palmy North boys high boy, Jamie Booth. And that is not straight. Manawatu, with 8 to go in the final, have given away a couple of opportunities late.
you talked about experience, big game pressure, Sumo, earlier on. Hawke's Bay have been through that all year. The fact they've had to deal with holding the Ranfurly Shield. So your ability under pressure when you're holding a lead, which they've done before, understanding your game plan, making good, sound decisions, executing the plays. If you've been there before, it's so much easier.
It has been a privilege to watch these two teams tonight. This has been a final that has been full of energy. And how about a tight head in the clutch? 5 out from the line. Newton Tundru managed to stay on his feet and wait for support. That is an offside play from Tony Lambourne, not picked up. Now into the hands of Fraser Stone. There for Booth. Bedwell Curtis has put in another fine shift this evening. Booth now, short side play, pass no good, but picked up. And Tony Lambourne will be pinged for offside. Eves out the back to Teruri, and Tundru drops the ball before Dixon drops him.
Offside.
Penalty now, as Manawatu have a big decision to make.
7.
4 points adrift. 6 and a bit to go.
What do you do, Camo?
Well, the conditions, and we've seen kicks from here in this game already today, will favour this kick. Wind helping, push it straight to the post.
7 offside.
Put the line out, driving work, and they're going for the scrum.
Who put the props in charge of decision-making tonight?
One of the props just went on like a scrum, please. Oh, right, that sounds like a good idea. You're feeling confident.
Bafu Fia just felt like it. They'll have something up their sleeve. We'll go wide on this look and have a look at this backline setup, Jeff. And there's plenty of bodies.
There they are. There's a box formation. 2 in the front, 2 in behind. 1 on the outside. That's Milner Scudder. And then right on the touch zone to Drew.
The scrum is stable. They need to get it out. They do. Booth. Jade Teruri hits the line. 7 out from Hawke's Bay's goal line. Booth picks up for Bedwell Curtis. He's a menace. 2 out now, the Turbos.
No.
And they will win the scrum as Williamson came in quickly.
Two guys are lying straight on top of him. Hey, he's lying straight on top of him.
Nick Croswell was trying for the penalty. They will have the scrum. 5 metres out from the Hawke's Bay line. What can they concoct? The bucket heads. Expectant, nervous.
Quick change coming up too tactically for Hawke's Bay. Jed Robinson, jersey 16. So now we've lost for Hawke's Bay both of their skippers. O'Connor, of course, for the leg injury. Dixon, who was the skipper. vice skipper leading into this match, has gone off, tactically subbed.
Tony Lambourne down getting some treatment as well, Carmo.
Hasn't this been a great game of football?
Unreal.
Great game of rugby. This is what championship finals are supposed to be about, when everything's on the line. Back and forward, back and forward. Great quality of football. Garrett Williamson, he wants a decision made on Lambourne. He wants to get on with the game. His last match as a professional referee. Done a good job too.
Great symmetry. When you go back to his first match in 2007, captain on that occasion, or Jamie Nutbrown, was playing for Bay of Plenty. And in the season when Garrett Williamson calls it quit, Jamie Nutbrown starts his refereeing career.
I'll tell you what, I just want to show you here. You're right. Is Milner Scudder, he's on his own on the left-hand side of this scrum. He's picking. He can go one-on-one with Tongia. I like it. It's a great setup. There he is. He'll back himself.
Jamie Booth fed it. Eaton came around. Booth with a short ball. And Tundru may well have lost this in contact. Is it there for Booth? Yes, it is. Now a chance on the right. They have the numbers. They have the try. Jason Emery. And the Turbos, through one of the smallest blokes on the field, get the go-ahead try with less than 5 to go.
It's a destiny for this team at the Boneyard. What a wonderful piece of execution on the inside here under pressure. You thought possibly they were looking at maybe a knock on there. I think Hawke's Bay, they asked to go back. Eve is a great option here. Quick hands. It's that one, that last pass. You can see Eaton, he's pleading for the referee. They're not going anywhere. Space on the outside. He scores conversion now, so absolutely crucial.
Great discipline, Jeff, by the Manawatu backline to hold their width, wasn't it? There was a lot of action going on around the post. Maybe the pick and drive was an option that they saw, but no. They kept out on that right-hand touchline, and that, in the end, was the difference. Numbers to burn. Breeze now going straight down the ground. Jade Taruti kicking at 93%. He'll be looking to push this straight at the right-hand upright. The wind may push it a bit. He's going to hope that it goes over the black dot.
Jade Taruti, and he's got it! 3-point ball game at FMG. And you know what that means. Hawke's Bay with a chance to level. With 3 on the clock, I tell you what, have a look at that try celebration on the Jason Emery play. Northcott, Brogan and Booth. There's more redheads than a night in Aberdeen in that setup. Booth goes in now, inside the 22. Manawatu have not won a title for 34 years. It is the longest drought of any province in the country, apart from West Coast, who have never won. This would mean so much to Turbo's fans and the players on the field and their coach Jason O'Halloran, but I guarantee you this, Hawke's Bay will not give up. They have been here before. They have tasted the title. They have suffered the most harrowing of defeats. Vui Thaka gets them going forward. West, does he have something to say? Jed Robinson, less than 2. West again, deep, numbers to burn. Robbie Fruin. Caught 5 in and 20 out. Parsons. Good carry from young Tom Parsons as they come back through Bergquist. Eaton. 10th phase. Make that 11 as Mark Abbott gets another. 70 seconds. Schumacher. Defence now critical for Manawatu. Are they about to let the title slip through their grasp? Tom Parsons wrapped up by Croswell. West again. Here's Tongia. Looking for an 11th try. It's picked up by Tundru. And he hacks it downfield. The chase is coming. Tundru's leading the charge. He kicks again. Can he get there? What a try! That's how you seal the deal. Manawatu will win the championship. Look at the face on Jason O'Halloran. The bench is up. Tundru has plucked out the kick and come up with one of the most magical plays of the season.
Well, it's erupted here. The option, keep the ball in hand. You're playing to win the game. Tongia makes the mistake. Tundru goes the way, keeps the ball in play. One touch, it takes one touch, here it is. Beautifully paced, he scores it. They're heading to the premiership.
Think about that team from 1980. It had some legends, the likes of Shaw, of Knight, of Old. Rollison was there. Some of the biggest names of Manawatu. Nick Croswell will line up the conversion, if only it could be Robbie Foreman. There'll be tears of green and white and laughter at that conversion attempt. Take nothing away from Nick Croswell. The Turbos are champions. They head to the top division.
It's a rare, rare feeling to win a championship. They've played outstanding all season. They were top of the table. The celebrations are deserved.
Hubert Bidens, the oldest man in this Manawatu team, was still 2 years away from being conceived the last time the Turbos lifted a trophy. This is a reward for Jason O'Halloran, for the likes of Dave Rennie before him, for their CEO Johnny Knowles, for the bucketheads in the stands. They have brought the passion back to Palmerston North. Let's head down to Ian Jones. He's got the try scorer with him. He'll be happy, Nathan Tundru.
Yeah, thanks very much, Scotty. Well, look at these hands of gold, man. These hands won the trophy. First time in 34 years. It must be an amazing feeling for you, Nathan.
First of all, I'd just like to thank God for this opportunity, just to be representing Manawatu at this level. Yeah, it was just amazing game, amazing effort from the boys. Yeah, I'm just lost for words.
A player, part of a team, and you're an individual within a wonderful team. You take your opportunities. At the very end, after 79 minutes, you took your opportunity and sealed the deal.
Yeah, it just all comes down to the execution from the boys. Yeah, I don't even know what to say, but just thank the supporters for coming out today. Just coming out in numbers. Really appreciate that.
Well, thanks very much. We're also going to bring in Scotty Jason Emery. I thought he might have done the try to win the deal. Of course, Nathan one up to you, but your little try in the corner right-hand side, I mean, that was the bit that got you over the line.
Yeah, it was pretty nerve-wracking, to be honest. You know, Jade's done that for me a few times, throwing the last pass for me, so now I'm just happier, you know. The boys showed some great ticker out there, you know. Hawke's Bay came up first half hissing and we were a bit behind the A-ball, so no, I'm proud of the boys.
Jason, I mean, you've been great all year, but it takes a lot to win a game of rugby, win a final such as this, and takes a lot of heart and desire, and I guess that's what the Turbos sort of stand for in 2014.
Yeah, we've done a lot of hard work in the pre-season, and you know, I thought that's what brought us home actually. We've been working hard all pre-season and all throughout the year, and yeah, I'm just stoked they're happy as tired though.
You are tired, but you must be happy with the confidence that everyone showed. Reserves coming on, the way you played. You're down after 40 minutes, but you still kept the width, you still kept the ball going through the air in the second 40.
Yeah, you know, it took a whole squad to do that today, not just the 22 playing, but everyone else as well, management, and you know, we just had to keep our cool there the last 5.
And I'll tell you what, these don't come around every day. You go enjoy it with your crew over there. Thanks very much.
Cheers, thank you.
Wonderful stuff. Now, I know that the Hawke's Bay fans will be absolutely gutted. 2 years running they have come up just short in a championship final. But for Manawatu, it will be all celebrations tonight. Shannon Chase with a double. Tony Lambourne, who left everything out there. Allardyce was special again. So was Mark Abbott. But it's all about the turbos this evening. Palmerston North will party till dawn. 32-24, your champions for 2014, Manawatu. If you've got a better idea for a way to start finals weekend in the ITM Cup, I'd like to hear it. What a fantastic game of footy we have seen. Two of the oldest rivals in the game. First played in 1887, these two sides. Manawatu have got their revenge for the 2011 championship final result. Hawke's Bay once again denied in the big game of the season. 4 tries to 3 tonight. Hamilton, Milner, Scudder, Emery and Nathan Tundru go in for Manawatu. West and Shannon Chase with a double. Black, Teruri and Croswell took kicks, although Nick Croswell's couldn't really be called a kick. Wonderful to see the old fella, though, getting the last say of the game. It took them the whole match, but they got it done. Let's go down to the field. Ian Jones with the presentation.
Yeah, thanks very much, Scotty, and welcome everybody, both the fantastic crowd here at FMG Stadium and, of course, our viewing audience at home. It's now time for the presentation of the ITM Championship Trophy for 2014. But, of course, before we get under the way, have some dignitaries up on stage. I want to introduce as well to my far left-hand side, former All Black. He's the president of New Zealand Rugby, Ian McRae, is joining us. We've got Scott Duncan. Also here, he is the CEO of the wonderful sponsors, ITM, of course, both the Premiership and the Championship Trophies for 2014. John Fisher, your president of Manawatu, and Blair Furlong, another former All Black, president of Hawke's Bay. Welcome along, gentlemen. Thanks for your time. Now, the first thing we're going to do is call up, must say, what a wonderful game, the spectacle of rugby just witnessed. What a great start to the weekend. I congratulate both sides, firstly making this final, then making it what it was. But I'm going to bring up the captain of Hawke's Bay. He went off, unfortunately, with a leg injury midway through the second half. But Brendan O'Connor is going to come up and say a few words on behalf of the Magpies.
Yeah, thanks, Ian. I guess just firstly, congratulations to Manawatu. You've had a great season. I think you've really set the benchmark, and that showed in finishing top of the table. And I thought you made a lot of mistakes near the end of the game, and well done on the win. Just our boys, you know, hold your head up high. We've achieved a hell of a lot as a team this year, and it's been a great season. And thanks to Potsy, Danny, and the rest of our management. It's quite a unique competition, this, and been so compact, and you put a hell of a lot of work into it. So thanks for everything you've done. Lastly, I'd just like to thank all the Hawke's Bay supporters for making the trip down. Yeah, all season you guys have just been awesome with your support, and and even on away games, we've had a good contingent of supporters. So thank you very much for your support this year. Sorry we couldn't quite get over that final hurdle, but yeah, really appreciate it. Cheers.
Thank you very much, Brendan. Of course, now we're going to call up each of the 22 players and some of the management from Hawke's Bay to receive their medals as being part of this 2014 final. The first, the loose head prop, Brendan Edmonds, will come up, receive a medal from Ian McRae. Ash Dixon, your hooker. Jason Marshall, tight head prop. Michael Allardyce, wonderful lock forward, along with Mark Abbott, two of the engine room. Trent Boswell Wakefield, the open side flanker, Tony Lambourne. Scrum half, Chris Eaton. Number 10, Ihaha West. 2 tries in the match tonight, Shannon Chase, Jason Schumark, Robbie Fruin. One of the form wingers of the competition, Ryan Tongia, Matthew Burquest. Onto the reserves, Jed Robinson played a part at the end of the match. Adrian Barone, Tom Parsons, Mark Atkins, Ellery Wilson. Ted Walters was part of the squad. And Mikey Vuhithaukau also came on and played a part at the end. The head coach of Hawke's Bay this year, Craig Philpott, will receive a medal. He was assisted by Danny Lee, Derek Martin, the manager of Hawke's Bay, Brian Jenkinson, the assistant manager, Grant Derrins, the trainer, got the boys fit and ready. Mark Nickel, the physio, kept them on the field. Peter O'Shaughnessy and Dr. Ian Taylor. Can we please have a big round of applause for the Hawke's Bay team?
Thank you.
And of course, no great game of rugby is complete without a great refereeing performance from their team as well. And now we're going to call up the refereeing panel for tonight's match. It was Garrett Williamson's last first-class performance. I thought he put in a wonderful display of rugby. He's going to lead his team up. So please, put your hands together, firstly, for referee for tonight, and wish him all the best in retirement, Garrett Williamson. Mike Fraser was part of the team. Cole Collins, part of the team. Well done. And the TMO was Chris Ratt. Well, we know who you're waiting for now, and it's without further ado, the very proud skipper of the Manawatu Turbos. Can I please call up onto the stage to say a few words on behalf of his team and of course you, the great fans here at FMG Stadium, Kellen Gibbons. Kellen will also receive the winner's medal from President Ian McRae, and then he can say, grab the microphone, say a few words. Kellen Gibbons, folks.
Thanks very much. Firstly, to Brendan, mate, you and your team, it's a bloody great game tonight. You know, you came out firing. Last time you left, Dicko echoed a warning that you'd come back and give us a run, and that's exactly what you did. You know, we had to dig deep there. We probably looked calm, but underneath we were, you know, there's a little bit of panic set in. But so congratulations on a great season. You guys got your hands on the shield, so that's something to be happy about. So congratulations, guys, and have a safe trip home. To the boys that are going away from Maldives, I wish you good luck. And thanks very much for the game. To the Turbos, well done, boys. As a captain, I don't think I can ask much more of a bunch of guys. You know, all year we've worked hard. We've constantly been the underdogs. We've been written off by all the TAB, the papers, and you know, to come out every week and work as hard as you did, and come here and put a performance where we were, you know, to be honest, we were under the pump most of that game, and to come out and score at the crucial times, you know, it's something bloody special. So congratulations, boys, and get stuck in tonight. And finally, to our loyal supporters, you know, you guys are what make this province. You know, I love playing here. We love playing in front of the crowd, and it's something we can't describe. And to win a championship for you guys, you know, we're just bloody wrapped. So this is our victory as well as yours. So thank you very much.
Well done, Callum. Stay up on stage because you're going to receive this wonderful trophy soon. But first, please, I'm going to call up every member of the side that played tonight, all 22 players and management. So put your hands together firstly for Herbert Bidens. He played his 100th game for your province tonight. Rob Foreman. Ma'afi Fair. Fraser Stone. Kepper Mewett, outstanding in the lineouts. Hayden Bedwell Curtis. Nick Croswell, your number 8. Kane Hamilton. Put your hands together for Teddy Black. Samisi Masalewa. Hamish Northcott. Jason Emery. The try that sealed the deal, Nathan Tudru. Nihi Milner-Skudder. The hard work in reserves, Nick Rogan. Chris Eves. Tom Hughes. Antonio Kitty Kitty. Jamie Booth. Jay Tanuti. And Newton Tudru. Also keep the claps and applause coming for the management. Head coach, Jason O'Halloran. Assistant, Jeremy Cotter. Manager, Vern Wilson. Assistant manager, and a man, 101 games now, I think, with Manawatu, Murray Signal. The trainer, Scott Pinfold. Gene Sweeting, physio, and Dr. Ray Drury. All part of the wonderful Manawatu Turbos team and management. And now for the special moment, we're going to get the team up on stage because I'm going to ask Scott Duncan, CEO of ITM, to come forward, lift the championship trophy for 2014 and hand it to Callan Gibbons, your captain and your Manawatu Turbos team's champion 2014.
Good singing from the boys. Winners are singers. I loved how the CEO of ITM just stood there clapping as well. That's great involvement from the tournament sponsor. Great involvement. Callum Gibbons and Rob Foreman. Nick Croswell heads to the front. Wonderful chance for this team that has worked so hard this year to enjoy the spoils of victory this evening, and I'm pretty sure they will as well. The Bucketheads are training out of FMG Stadium on their way to fill the Railway Hotel, no doubt. If there's not cheap big box on offer in this town tonight, I don't know when there will be. Jason O'Halloran and Ian McRae have a conversation, but really, the night belongs to these boys right here. They have entertained all season long. They have made FMG Stadium their home. They have lost just twice here in 2 seasons, and Rob Foreman may have a hamstring hanging off the bone, but it hasn't stopped them enjoying the party. Manawatu win the championship, 32 points to 24. Tomorrow we look forward to Taranaki and Tasman at 7 p.m. Remember the women's NPC also at 4:30 from Yarrow Stadium. 2 wonderful games. Heartland final as well at 1:30. Buller taking on Mid-Canterbury in the Meads Cup final, and Sunday we round out finals weekend from Oamaru, North Otago taking on Whanganui. A wonderful season of finals football on Sky Sport, the home of rugby.
The 2014 ITM Cup was proudly brought to you by the Tui Brewery.